one way fashion. You feel me? And the reason they came so aggressive is because this is what they own with these vaccines. You feel me? That's the reason why I pulled that up. Like it, because they not gonna say that. You feel me? But yeah, that plays a part in it though. All right, so this is what I want y'all to see. Check this out. Now keep in mind, this in Houston. This in Houston, y'all. Just pay attention to what's going on around. Hold on, just pay attention to what's going on around the world. This in Houston. This says vaccinate or terminate. Houston Methodist hospital workers leave jobs behind over COVID vaccine.
Guys, tonight many of these Houston Methodist employees gathered together for the first time. Their 2-week unpaid suspension is now underway. When it's over, they'll be fired, all for choosing not to get vaccinated. After weeks of taking a stand against Houston Methodist Hospital's COVID-19 vaccine mandate, Jennifer Bridges, the nurse at the center of a now federal lawsuit, walked out of Methodist Hospital Baytown for the last time.
I cried the whole way out.
Waiting for her was a crowd of supporters and dozens of nurses who are losing their jobs too for declining to roll up their sleeves for the vaccine.
I kind of feel betrayed a little bit.
Many of these men and women spent the last year and a half treating COVID-19 patients.
I work in the ER, so it was crazy during the whole COVID pandemic, and it's like we were short-staffed, over capacity with patients. Like it was just a lot, and then it's like for them to kind of do this to us, kind of like a slap in the face. Or that's how I felt.
Today was the deadline to get vaccinated, and Houston Methodist CEO Dr. Mark Boone.
Hold on. Notice that majority of them flags you see flying is either Puerto Rican flags or American flags. You see what I'm saying? So this is because the attack is on our people, right? The attack is on our people, and not just our people, even the human beings that don't want to participate in the game. All right? You know what I'm saying? Remember, y'all, if you're not, even though those humans is not in that bloodline, they not safe, you feel me? From the elite, you see what I'm saying? That's how it go. They don't give no fuck about nothing else. You feel me? Understand that deeply. They are loyal to themselves. They don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. You feel me? Like, you would think they would. Like, oh, okay, well, not. That ain't how they look at it. You know what I'm saying? They look at it like, look, we fuck with a certain sect of humans. They don't even like human beings. The reptilians don't even like the fallen. They don't even like them. You know what I'm saying? But they fuck with them to an extent because they have, they easy to control, and they have certain ones have agreed to help them do shit, and they have helped them. And they have generational help with the shit, so they have a deep bond with certain sects. That's just certain sects. Other than that, if you're not in that certain sex, your ass gotta go to work. You're not in. Period. That's a fact. So I want y'all to see, this is in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Because they leaving their jobs. Pay attention in Houston. They leaving their jobs because they jobs just made it a requirement for them to get the COVID vaccine. Or you can't, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like, hell no, y'all tripping. Check that out. That's in Houston. Let me show y'all where we going with it. Let's show y'all where the world going. Let's go to Milwaukee.
It's Macy's Big Home Sale with
this Milwaukee. Door-to-door vaccination begins in Milwaukee, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
Amazing summer deals, like 20 to 40% off Ninja, 40% off
We was just in Houston.
How's it going?
We was just in Houston. Now we in Milwaukee. Let's see what's going on.
There, age round.
Well, things are going good out here. We're not seeing any issues right here on Layton Avenue, aside from construction. But if you're traveling out the door this morning, everything looks good. You're going to see those typical slowdowns out on I-41 traveling northbound near Watertown Plain Gold Road. There is a stalled vehicle. This is in a left lane blocked. I-43 traveling southbound right at Latham Street. So just keep that in mind. Traffic volume is still very light, so it's really not impacting traffic in that area. But keep in mind that left lane is blocked. Now, this is something to keep in mind for tomorrow. If you're traveling to the near district, right around Pfizer Forum, you're going to see those street closures 3 hours before tip-off. So something to keep in mind as you're traveling out the door. But if you're heading out right now, everything is...
See, to make today a reality, they say 3 vaccines will be on.
So it's happening as Nextdoor is hosting its first of 4 vaccination clinics today. And our Ryan Jenkins joins us live now with more on the continued effort to reach everyone in Milwaukee. Ryan, good morning.
Susan Vince, good morning. Nextdoor Services now partnering with the Medical College of Wisconsin and Hyatt Pharmacy to make today a reality. They say 3 vaccines will be on hand today if you show up. So you can choose from those 3. And today they're hosting the first of 4 clinics at both their 29th Street and Capitol Drive locations. This event runs from 7:30 this morning until 10. Then they'll take a break. It'll start back up at 2:30 this afternoon and run until 6 tonight. Then the clinics return July 8th, August 4th, and August 25th. No appointment necessary. Just show up. They're even offering free rides. You can call the number on your screen here, 414-881-7048 to be picked up. Nextdoor's COVID vaccine outreach team launched this summer to focus its work primarily on neighborhoods like Metcalf Park and Midtown. City leaders say the goal is to build vaccine confidence in the city's most underserved neighborhoods, which is an ongoing mission here. Also this week, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Minority Health has awarded the City of Milwaukee's Office of African American Affairs $4 million in the fight against COVID-19.
In Milwaukee, as we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic exposed significant racial inequities, with the disease disproportionately affecting our communities of color. It is a crisis that requires prompt and thorough action, and this grant is a good step forward in that work.
So if we go in depth and take a look at the numbers here and the current state of COVID-19 in our community, Dr. Ben Weston with Milwaukee County says that the county's averaging about 14 new positive cases of COVID-19 per day right now and is reporting on average 1 death every 2 days. The DA, remember, right now...
Okay, so they in Milwaukee starting their door-to-door vaccinations. They got their clinics open down the street. We just seen what they're doing in Houston, right? Now look, let's go. Washington, D.C. launches door-to-door efforts to vaccinate older adults. Let's go. We in D.C. now, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Now, we was just in Houston. Then from Houston, we went where? Milwaukee. Now we in D.C. Pay attention, y'all.
Your shots. We want to socialize and be with our families in the future.
We want to thank you guys for being here with us for another great Senior Buddies Canvas.
Why is this Senior Vaccine Buddy program being implemented over the course of these last several weeks?
So the neighborhood we're in and neighborhoods around it have been disproportionately affected by the coronavirus pandemic. The seniors here have faced the brunt of it. So when we have the vaccine coming out, we want to make sure that access is as easy as possible here. And one way to do that is to do something simple. Knock on their doors, talk to them about the vaccine, and schedule their appointment right then and there. And that's exactly what our great team members are doing, have been doing, and will continue to do.
So you just had your door knocked on, and what message did they send to you?
Get out, get your vaccine. I've been talking to family and friends constantly, and most of my siblings have gotten their first vaccine. And some people are not, and as I was speaking to a neighbor earlier, 2 of my neighbors have gotten theirs. And I said, woohoo, good for you guys. We cannot idly stand by and not do this.
A large percentage of the illness and most of the deaths have been east of the river in Southeast Washington, D.C. So certainly, if you think about it, the responsible thing is for most of the vaccines, for us to focus east of the river when we're convincing people that this is the thing to do.
Okay, I have a 12:45.
When you guys walk up to your door and somebody says they haven't got vaccinated, what do you tell them then?
We say, well, this is your lucky day because we're going to sign you up for a vaccine. And should they say, well, I don't
Wait,
know.
hold on. Y'all hear this shit? They going door to door in Washington, D.C. They going door to door in Milwaukee. They telling motherfuckers in Houston they can't work if they don't have the vaccine. Do you not see what's going on here? Do y'all see? Yeah, do y'all see? Let him who has eyes see clearly. Like, I want y'all to see the aggression. The aggression is here now. Okay? That's what I want y'all to see. Right now, it's passive aggression. You got 1 month, they gonna be literally telling motherfuckers everybody got to get it or else. In 2 months, they at gunpoint. Listen. I'm telling everybody, y'all. Then you still got the fake UFO invasion they gonna launch. They already launched it partially because you see a lot of people reporting UFOs, right? But they still ain't turned it up like they gonna turn it up to the max. So shit finna hit another level. All right, but I need you to because listen, the people that's not getting y'all gonna see. Just watch. We gonna watch. Let's pay attention. I'm gonna show you where they
They're
going.
a little hesitant, then that's a great opportunity for us to begin to educate them about the process. So we're their senior vaccine buddy, and so 24 hours before their appointments, we're calling them and we're like, hey, remember I knocked on your door? You have an upcoming appointment, just to, calm their nerves and make sure that they remember all the necessary.
So look, now it looks passive aggressive. They're trying to make it seem like we just doing this for the elderly. We just doing this for the hell nah. Check this out.
In business, it's never just another day.
What does it say? Cities look to boost vaccine numbers by going door to door.
And advanced cybersecurity.
Man, they better knock on my motherfucking door. I know that much.
Comcast Business, powering
real life shit. You know what I'm saying?
Along with a group.
So look. Cities look to boost vaccine numbers by going door to door. They better not knock on my shit. That's all I know. Real life shit. Don't even knock on this bitch. You feel me?
CBC's
You knock on this bitch, I'm coming out swinging. You hear me? You come to the crib? Man, I wish motherfucker would knock on the door with that shit. I'm coming out swinging. Now you can't tell me shit on my property, nigga. You feel me, nigga? You better not knock on my door. I'm trying to tell you. You feel me? Like, I don't know what they got going on, but I know y'all ain't going for that shit either. Motherfucker better not knock on my door. I'm like that. Because it's coming, though, y'all. You can tell they own it. It's coming. Look, though. Let's see what they talking about.
CNBC's Valerie Castro tagged along with a group in Philly that's been canvassing entire neighborhoods, trying to get more people vaccinated. Valerie's with us in studio tonight. So you tagged along. How does it seem to be working?
Well, Shep, in Philadelphia, almost 56% of adults are fully vaccinated and more than 70% have gotten at least one dose. Part of the success comes from the work of Philly Counts. That's a city agency that is visiting neighborhoods, sometimes as many as 3 times each, to encourage every resident to get the shot.
Maybe today I'll get all the doors.
Door to door and block to block.
No one's home.
Workers with Philly Counts, the city agency once tasked with counting people for the 2020 census, now counts down to a different goal.
This Philly, y'all.
Everybody gets vaccinated, but I think that we're working towards that.
Director of Neighborhood Engagement, Hassan Freeman, says the outreach starts with trust.
You got to build a relationship, right? It's about building relationships. It's about connecting with the communities.
He connects by sharing his own story.
My son was a liver transplant recipient. And when I caught COVID, I understand.
So look, now they out here. I told y'all, Autobots, y'all. Autobots. See, they out here using our own people, man. They using their own people to inject this poison. Now look, we done went from Houston to Milwaukee, Philly,
that the responsibility wasn't just for me, right? It was for him.
We don't want to hear that.
I tell him my story, how I got vaccinated.
Look,
I share that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, so many of our people getting it, y'all. They say, listen, y'all, so many of our people, y'all. Do you see how the people that's not vaccinated becomes the new age mutants? Do you see it, y'all? They will be trying to hunt us, those who are not vaccinated. I'm telling you, it's coming, man. Too many people folding, y'all. Too many, look.
And I say just do your research, get the information for yourself, and then you make an informed decision.
A vaccinated resident like 49-year-old Geraldine Hill
Awesome. That's awesome to hear.
is another count towards the goal.
And I'm happy I got it.
Yeah, how do you feel now?
I feel good.
But the real aim to track down people like 65-year-old Deborah Thomas, who struggles with severe asthma.
I'm going to have to get it because I have asthma real bad, and these trees and everything messes with me.
Why do you think you haven't gotten it yet?
I don't know. I'm just leery, you know, because maybe I need to find out more information about it.
Even though she now has that information in her hand, it doesn't stop there. Philly Counts will follow up with phone calls, text messages, and even repeat visits to the neighborhood.
A lot of people need to be encouraged, including me, you know, so yes, I think that's good. Because a lot of people probably not even thinking about it. And in reality, we do need to do that.
Philly Counts says those face-to-face interactions are also a key chance.
So that's in Philly, y'all. That's in Philly, y'all. So
In the last week, not only are cases on the rise again.
now check this out. Check this out, y'all. This what I mean by they gonna start to try to hunt us down. They already pointing arrows and pointing fingers. And I told y'all this would come. They gonna try to attack us and blame us. Cause listen, the sun gonna get warmer and warmer. They ain't gonna be able to take it. And then those who've been vaccinated, they gonna see what's gonna be the results of them getting vaccinated. And then they gonna get mad at us because we didn't get vaccinated. I'm telling y'all, everything like I told y'all is falling. It's going just like I told you it would. Check this out. U.S. officials warn a pandemic of the unvaccinated. They're calling it a pandemic of the unvaccinated, child.
So are hospitalizations and
Look at
deaths.
this.
And most people ending up in hospital with COVID are those without a shot.
The age of illness has really shifted from being an older population back in our initial surge in the winter to being
Pandemic of the
ages
unvaccinated,
20, 30, 40
y'all.
years old in the hospital and
Oh
needing
my God.
ICU care and oxygen.
Fewer than 50% of adults aged 18 to 24 and 25 to 39 are fully vaccinated. That number is even lower for children 12 to 18.
I have 2 small kids that can't get the vaccine yet, so I want to protect them.
Masks are back on this weekend in Los Angeles County, where just 0.09% of new cases have been among fully vaccinated people. Public health officials say, while this is a small percentage, it is not an insignificant number in light of Los Angeles County's current substantial and increasing community transmission. So masking by all indoors can reduce everyone's risk of infection.
I believe in people wearing a mask, and yes, I am vaccinated.
It's, better to do something now than wait a little too long and everyone end up having to be locked up indoors again.
It's expected more communities will bring back mask mandates.
Indoor mask mandates are important whenever you have a population that doesn't have a high level of vaccination and infection numbers that are rising.
All right, so they're already coming out with little narratives. I just want you to see the little narratives they paint. Pay attention to that. That means a lot. Pay attention to that. All right, hold on. Check this out. Biden threatens unvaccinated will pay the price. Check them out, y'all. Check out narratives.
Small decisions make a world of difference. IKEA.
And gamble to build, quote unquote, more compassionate communities. That has critics saying the company promotes a form of bias called colorism by selling skin lightening creams in Africa and Asia. This comes after the Sussexes, as they call the couple, accused Britain's royal family of racism. Joe.
I really just want to take a break from the royal couple, if possible, but I'm on TV to talk about these folks, so I guess I have to continue. I mean, this is John Lennon, Yoko Ono 2.0. I mean, if these two go bowling with J-Lo and Ben Affleck, I'm taking the family moving to New Zealand. I don't think I could handle the paparazzi pictures from that. But look, for Prince Harry to start talking about, and for instance, he railed against the First Amendment recently. He's in lockstep with the British government. They actually have a communications agency called Ofcom, and they actually investigated Piers Morgan because Piers Morgan had a negative commentary on the royal couple.
Check this out.
Everybody see it from my point of view.
Look at these agendas. Agenda being pushed, right? Heavy. Like, when you see the agenda being pushed this heavy, pay attention. It's wartime.
Gotta go vaccinate, give me straight check. Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. They don't real like you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up. Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. They don't real like you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up. I know you can't stand.
Yes, that is Juvenile and Manny Fresh together again with their new song, Vax That Thing Up. It's a partnership with the dating app BLK. The original song, of course, was Back That Thing Up, or otherwise known as Back That Ass Up. Juvenile is joining us now. As of this morning, your video has already got about 1 million views. I'm sure it's going to go way higher than that over the next hour or so. Just tell us how this all happened.
Well, BLK reached out to us, and they wanted us to remix
Look at this
Back
clown.
That Thing Up and call it Back That Thing Up. And they asked if they thought it was a good idea. And being one of the guys that have been vaccinated, and like I said, it's a family decision. I felt like it was a great way to put awareness out there for especially for people like me and people that look like me.
And look, we know.
Now listen, we ain't never seen Juvenile on CNN, G. Ever, nigga. And never, ever. Even at the height of his career, he wasn't on CNN. But when he promoting the vaccine, now he's on CNN. And he talking about he double vaxxed up. Okay, cool. I just want y'all to see the agenda, y'all. I just want y'all to see the agenda.
Juvenile, that when it comes to dating apps, some people want to know the person that they're going on a date with is vaccinated. They actually consider that a positive. They want that protection as they might, get to know someone better. But let's talk about the creative process
What?
here.
They pushing the agenda
They're
hard.
just so much fun. Girl, you can be queen after quarantine. You say date in real life, you need to vax that thing up. Tell us about how you went through this and the writing of this remix.
Well, DLK had their own ideas that they came up with. And I just, I wanted to be more like the original song. So, I tweaked it a little bit, put some of my ideas in it. But I wanted to really make sense. And Manny Fresh came up with his ideas also. And shout out to Mia X for coming on such short notice. And we all put our ideas together over by Trombone Shorty Studio. So I think it was just a great creative process with us working together.
This is personal for you. As you noted, you're double vaccinated, and you know people who have suffered or even died from the virus.
Yeah.
How important is it to you to get this message out, particularly in communities that are lagging behind in vaccination rates, including communities of color?
It means a lot, especially for me, and I'm trying to make everybody see it from my point of view. I look at this vaccination like when you was a kid and you first started, your mom took you to school, to kindergarten. We had to get these shots. I didn't even know what the shots were then, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to go to school without these shots, and I think some of these same things are starting to happen across the country. I know in a lot of colleges, you can't be in attendance without being vaccinated. So I just think that we all should, take time out and get educated on it first, and then we all can be vaccinated, hopefully in the future.
So look, this song is so fun. Everyone who we've spoken with who knows that you were coming on our show this morning was so excited to hear you talk about this. They love the song. You also know there's been some folks who have been upset on social media, which I think kind of speaks to just how sensitive the topic of vaccine hesitancy is. What do you see?
Oh shit! Hey y'all, we gotta read the comments, y'all, on social media. Y'all. Hold on, we ain't just gonna jump around that. Let's read the social media comments. Reaction to rapper's Instagram post. So you puppets decided to take the money and sell your community down the graveyard. See, motherfuckers waking up out there. You hear these the comments, y'all. Y'all ruined the perfectly good hood classic. Facts. Juvie the snake. Hashtag Juvie the sellout. Okay, bye. Facts. Nah, bro, this ain't it. Black people got to stop selling each other for a check. Facts. It's a no. Hashtag Black Health Matters. Hashtag Black Self-Preservation Matters. Let's find the blackest song we can find, add a vaccination twist to it, and see if black people will get vaccinated. Facts. You hear me? Ooh, you feel me? Real life shit. Ancestors speaking through these people. You hear me?
To them.
Let's see what he got to say.
A lot of people lost family members, so I send out my condolences to them and their family, and I want them to know that I hurt just like they hurt. I have the same. I've lost family members too, and it's a slippery slope. So what I say to everybody else outside of that, just speaking on it, man, just get educated. I'm not telling you, forcing you or pushing you to go get vaccinated. I'm telling you, make a family decision. Talk to your family and get educated on it, and make the right decision.
You feel better being double vaccinated at this point?
Look at them. Look at him.
Yeah, I do. I actually do.
Look,
But I'm
oh
still
my
wearing
God. Yeah, oh. Do you feel better being double vaccinated? Trying to get everybody to ride with that. Look at this old house Negro of the year. You hear me? Straight smoothie. Oh my God. These people, y'all. Oh my God. Then you got Gilligan here. Do you feel better being double vaccinated? And then his old sellout. That. Let's see what he. Let's see. Let's play it back, y'all. These people here is something else, man. Oh my God.
This point?
Yeah, I do. I actually do. But I'm still wearing my mask. You know, social distancing,
Wait. What
washing
this
my
old house
hands and
Negro
stuff like
just say?
that. So I'm still doing the
Hold
same
on. What
process.
this old house
Yeah, I
Negro
do.
just?
I actually
Hold on.
do. But I'm
Wait.
still wearing
Nah,
my
fuck
mask.
all that. Hold
And
on.
you make a family decision. Talk to your family. And get
Look. Then he gonna try to say, I'm not telling y'all to get it. You is trying to tell us to get it, nigga. What are you talking about? You double talking, nigga.
educated on it and make the right decision.
You feel better being double vaccinated at this point?
Now watch him.
Yeah, I do. I actually do, but I'm still wearing my mask, you know, social distancing and washing my hands and stuff like that. So I'm still doing the same process. My wife's not having it anyway, so.
Wow.
There wasn't a lot of social distancing in that video. I just want to be clear. A lot of that looked like it was within 6 feet and some other stuff.
Promotion.
Yeah, I mean, we try to have a lot of fun with doing it. I'm pretty sure that most people in that video are vaccinated, not sure, but it was a great thing.
I guess that's the message, right? You can get closer if you're vaccinated.
Oh my God.
Yeah, especially if you want an online date, I think it'll be a smart thing to know that the person you want to date is vaccinated.
I know we spied some eggplant emojis in your video. I mean, this thing is very tongue-in-cheek. It's very funny, and we love it.
Thank you. Had fun doing.
Thank you for the message you're sending, and thank you for joining us this morning. I really appreciate it. And you're going to have to explain the eggplant thing to me, Brianna, at some point.
I'm not doing that.
A coronavirus outbreak has struck the...
Introducing Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. It's made with real fruit juice.
Oh my God, y'all. So y'all see the house Negro politics in full display, the coonery. You get what I'm saying? The coonery, you hear me? That's the shit where you gotta be like, that's real coonery right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? He all on a platform looking just as stupid as he can look. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Just to be relevant again, Juvie? Just to be relevant again? Dog. Then you look like a clown. Because then you see the comments, and then he didn't even reply to none of the comments. Hey, how do you feel about your fans? That nigga would answer some whole other shit they didn't even ask him about. Like, you stepped completely around the question, nigga. Okay, so look, let's go.
More dangerous. And it should be.
Just peep these agendas. Just peep these agendas. We just looking at the agendas and the aggressiveness of the agenda, y'all. Get ready.
COVID-19 cases and deaths are down by 90% since January. Millions of fully vaccinated Americans are getting back to living their lives as they did before. But our fight against this virus is not over. Right now, as I speak to you, millions of Americans are still unvaccinated and unprotected. And because of that, their communities are at risk, their friends are at risk, the people that they care about are at risk. This is an even bigger concern because of the Delta variant. In today's briefing, we discussed how the Delta variant is already responsible for half of all cases in many parts of this country. It's more easily transmissible, potentially more dangerous. And it should be because of reconsideration. And look, let me put it another way. It seems to me it should cause everybody to think twice. And it should cause reconsideration, especially in young people who may have thought that they didn't have to be vaccinated, didn't have to worry about it, and didn't have to do anything about it up to now. We're going to put even more emphasis on getting vaccinated in your community, close to home, conveniently, and a location you're already familiar with. First thing we're going to do, this includes 42,000 local pharmacies where folks with questions can talk to the pharmacists they know and already have dealt with. Second, My team is going to place renewed emphasis on getting the vaccines to more and more family doctors and healthcare providers, so more Americans can get this shot at their doctor's office. Fully vaccinated Americans have a high degree of protection, including against this Delta variant. Study after study after study has shown that since early May, virtually every COVID-19 hospitalization and death in the United States has been among the unvaccinated. So if you're vaccinated, you're protected. But if you're unvaccinated, you're not. And you're putting yourself, more importantly, maybe from your perspective, your family and your friends at risk. So please get vaccinated now. It works. It's free. And it's never been easier. And it's never been more important.
We were still at work.
So, you hear what his old clone ass was just saying. Alright, so, hold on. Let's watch the whole video, y'all. We gotta see what he did, y'all. He a sellout. We just want to see the whole video.
Find a mate chat, open up the okay ass, okay yeah, profile picture looking tight chat, nice chat, got your bio reading right chat, precise chat, but before you find a date chat, you gotta wait chat, gotta go vaccinate chat, get it straight chat, girl you look good, want you vax that thing, I'm just a handsome young brother, want you vax that.
Y'all see the CDC, hold on y'all, them COVID cards he throwing y'all, remember I told y'all COVID, certificate of vaccination ID, he throwing them don't come out to, check it out. Pay attention. Let him move after I see clearly. Pay attention. That's what he was just throwing. That ain't money.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up.
I know you can't stand it, no holding hands, chick. But when we get the shot, we gon' be romancing. Girl, you could be the queen after quarantine. We could meet up at the spot and we could do the thing. Internet date chat, I'm your mate chat. Download the app, shawty, you ain't gotta wait chat. I love it when you hold me, eggplant emoji. You could be the young hot thing, I'll be the OG.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up. Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a decent looking brother, want you vax that thing up. Acting full of sleep, you need to vax that thing up. Herd immunity, when you vax that thing up.
If you wanna get sticky and hot, go get the shot. If you wanna smash some dude named Scott, go get the shot. Go get the shot, go get the shot. BLK says go get the shot. You wanna smash with Scott, smash with Scott. BLK says go get the shot.
Wow.
Smash with Scott.
Look, man. You see this? Coonery. All right, now look, we in Dallas, y'all.
Direction and the Delta variant.
Check them out. Dallas County workers, volunteers are going door to door. They're going door to door in Dallas.
Positive COVID-19 cases moving in the wrong direction and the Delta variant becoming a greater concern. Teams of Dallas County workers and volunteers are hitting the streets.
Hello?
They're going door to door, walking block by block in different neighborhoods.
We can go get the shot.
And engaging with residents.
The county is doubling down on efforts to make sure that everyone knows about the vaccine, that has access to it. A lot of people do not have information or enough information or might have questions on the vaccine.
With block walking, the teams are being strategic in their community outreach efforts.
Let me give you this slide right here.
Relying on data to lead them to areas
All right,
in Dallas
y'all,
County where vaccination rates remain low.
Most people.
So look, it's starting off passive, y'all. That's how it's starting. But notice they everywhere with it. They everywhere with it.
Need a car for your next trip?
Look.
Sure.
They in Vegas. This Las Vegas, y'all. Check them out.
Skip the rental line and book a car with Avail. With Avail, you get honest price.
We followed a group of local volunteers going door to door. Fox says Kim Passoff live with their story tonight.
So for
for almost 2 full months now, the group Mi Familia Vota has been knocking on doors throughout Las Vegas. They are specifically targeting Hispanic neighborhoods, reaching out to the Latino community about vaccines, and today we followed their volunteers.
You hear who they targeting?
In a neighborhood in the East Valley near Desert Inn and Nellis Boulevard.
Hi, good afternoon. We're having an event at the church this Sunday. For anyone who needs to get vaccinated, it'll be completely free.
19-year-old Leticia Rios is going door to door.
Well, the east side is a lot of Hispanics, and a lot of Hispanics don't normally believe in vaccines.
So they in Vegas targeting Hispanics. Look, they everywhere, y'all. It's all at once. They starting off light. Look.
And the number of people getting
Now
vaccinated.
look, check this out. Now the White House considering COVID-19 vaccine mandate, y'all. Check this out.
As the Delta variant continues to spread very quickly across the country, the federal government is scrambling to contain it.
The CDC's decision to reverse mask mandates is causing confusion and controversy. And our Washington correspondent, Alexandra Limon, reports President Biden is expected to deliver remarks today on what other steps the federal government will take. Alexandra, good morning.
Good morning, and President Biden is expected to announce today a requirement for federal employees and contractors to be vaccinated, or those employees can submit to strict testing instead. As the number of COVID-19 infections spikes because of the Delta variant and the number of people getting vaccinated is stagnant, the White House is now considering stronger action, like a vaccine mandate for the federal workforce.
The pandemic we have now is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Earlier this week, the Department of Veterans...
You heard that? Hold on. Pause. You heard what he said? The pandemic we have now is the pandemic of the unvaccinated. And like I told you, it's going to keep coming with different versions because there's 72 titans that they are trying to seal up. So they got 72 different versions. And look, everybody going to get that Delta variant, then they're going to say it's a stronger one. Listen, and then they're going to keep using it. They're going to keep saying it's a stronger one, right? And using that as a reason to get more and more aggressive. This is why I'm telling y'all, pay attention. This is why I'm telling y'all, get ready. This is why I'm telling y'all, because they will be, once again, like I just said, trying to blame us for the fuckery and make us the target. Those who have not been vaccinated and had their genetics altered. New age mutants.
Affairs became the first federal agency to implement a COVID-19 vaccine mandate. California and New York State also implemented their own vaccine mandates for state employees, or those employees can submit to regular testing instead.
I think we need to...
So boom, check this out. Now a lot of states are making it mandatory for their employees to get this vaccine. And if you don't get the vaccine, then you gotta get regular testing. Now guess what? When you get regular testing, what you think they're gonna do? They might test you at first and say you ain't got it. Why? First off, why you gotta get regular testing? They should have to test you once and be like you ain't got it, right? Why they gonna keep testing you? Because eventually they gonna test you and they gonna be like, oh, you got it. Just to say you got it now to give your ass the shot. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is the game they playing, y'all. You gotta warn y'all people. Try to warn y'all people. It's real, you know what I'm saying? Because they need bodies. You hear me? Spiritual warfare. They need bodies. They need bodies. That's why you gotta stand strong, because they're gonna even try to make it a law where you can't go grocery shopping or nothing unless you got the vaccine. All that's coming. It all gotta come out before the end, you know what I'm saying? So everything has to come out. Like the truth is coming to light. You know what I'm saying? They at the last end of their wits. System crashing down. So they running scared. They trying to, use fear mongering to try to make people think they finna go door to door and enforce the poison on us. Knowing we not finna go for that. Y'all feel me? They know damn well we ain't finna go for that. But this was going on, though. I want y'all to see what they got going on. Check this out. Now it's mandatory.
Heading back to school is more exciting than ever.
Oh, hold on.
veterans from getting COVID.
Now, Biden is trying to make it mandatory for the military to get the vaccine. Hold on.
If incentives help us beat this virus, I believe we should use them. We all benefit if we can get more people vaccinated. But in addition to providing incentives to encourage vaccination, it's time to impose requirements on key groups to make sure they're vaccinated. Excuse me. Just this week, we took an important step to protect our veterans. Like many civilian hospital systems are doing, the Department of Veterans Affairs will now require COVID-19 vaccines for doctors and nurses and other healthcare workers who provide medical care for our veterans. We must do everything possible to protect our veterans from getting COVID when they come to get medical care they so richly earn serving their country. We owe them. Next, since many vaccinations are required for active duty military today, I'm asking the Defense Department to look into how and when they will add COVID-19 to the list of vaccinations our armed forces must get. Our men and women in uniform who protect this country from grave threats should be protected as much as possible.
Check them out. Check them out. Check them out.
I think this is particularly important.
And mind you, we know majority of the military is gods and goddesses. You hear me? Facts. Because it'd be easy money. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of those gods and goddesses go in there. You know? You see how they coming? Pay attention. Mandatory for military to get it now.
Because our troops serve in places throughout the world, many where vaccination rates are low and disease is prevalent. Next, every federal government employee will be asked to attest to their vaccination status. Anyone who does not attest or is not vaccinated will be required to mask no matter where they work, test 1 or 2 times a week to see if they've acquired COVID, socially distance, and generally will not be allowed to travel for work.
Listen.
Likewise, today, I'm directing my administration to take steps to apply similar standards to all federal contractors. If you want to do business with the federal government, get your workers vaccinated.
Whoa. Check this out. They applying pressure. Now they say to all contractors, if you want to do business with us, you better get your workers vaccinated or we ain't going to do business with you. So what you think the contractors going to do? They're going to enforce the COVID law. Period. They're going to enforce it, y'all. Pay attention.
Look at the Chamber of Commerce.
They're going to enforce that vaccine on their employees. Them employees who got them good jobs, they ain't trying to lose their good jobs. There you go. You see how they playing it deadly.
Representing tens of thousands of American businesses, the National Association of Manufacturers, the Business Roundtable, which comprises of the largest and biggest corporations in America. They're all applauding the actions the federal government is taking and urge them to follow suit. I also commend the National Football League, has announced that if there are outbreaks among unvaccinated players and personnel, then the team risks forfeiting games.
Look, guys.
% of counties reporting major spread of the virus, and as the Delta variant surges, local governments are pushing to get more people vaccinated. Dan Abrams, Dr. Richard Besser standing by to talk about the legal and medical implications after this report from Eva Pilgrim. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, George. With a growing number of cases of the Delta variant, officials are scrambling to do something to tamper it down. With lagging vaccination rates, we are now seeing new mandates in some workplaces. Either get the vaccine or undergo weekly testing, or don't get paid.
This morning
Look,
from New York.
You hear that? Well, they playing grimy. Now they finna make it like, hey, if your ass ain't got the vaccine, you can't work anyway. There we go, y'all. That's why I say motherfuckers would start their own businesses. Walk off the listen. And then you got people getting vaccinated, so that gives them power to do that.
California, the first vaccine mandates for government employees. Officials trying to crack down as cases of the Delta variant climb. New York City announcing it will require all city workers, including public school teachers, get vaccinated by mid-September or face weekly testing.
It's quite clear the Delta variant has changed the game. This is about keeping people safe.
The city warning that workers who don't comply won't get paid. New York's firefighters union vowing to fight the new rule.
We stand firm that a non-FDA approved vaccination is a personal choice.
In California, the governor mandating vaccines or weekly testing for state employees and 2 million healthcare workers.
Wow.
And President Biden announcing the VA will mandate vaccines, the first federal agency to do so.
Veteran Affairs is going to, in fact, require that all docs working in facilities are going to have to be vaccinated.
This as pressure grows for mandatory vaccines for healthcare workers. More than 50 major medical organizations, including the American Nurses Association.
You see where they're going with it. Let him who has eyes see clearly. You see where they're going with it. And that's why we going to war. Period. You see where they going with it. All right, they already forcing people with. They're finna come to the jobs now. All right, it's finna, guess why I say it's finna get real. You got a lot of people that's going, man, I ain't trying to lose my job. They're going to go get that vaccine. Man, listen. Listen, y'all, it's finna get real, y'all. It's getting real. We in the end game. Now we rise, though, but we in the end game, though. So these are the signs of the times. All right? This is when it's time for you to start paying attention, start meditating, start talking with your creator, your ancestors more. Don't just listen to me. After you listen to me lecture, go meditate, talk with your ancestors, let them guide you. They can talk. They talk to you as well. They talk to all of us. We just gotta listen. You feel me? Pay attention. We in them times.
Vaccines an ethical obligation.
You know, we want to wipe out this, this virus as quickly as we possibly can. And as healthcare providers, it is.
Look who they using. They using us. They using us to promote this. 24/7, they using us to promote this. All right? But this is the war on the New Age mutants. We the New Age mutants. Now we rise. I will see y'all tomorrow in class. Peace to the gods and goddess of Planet Kai. 1.